Hey everybody, and welcome back to Robots vs. Vampires. I'm Adrian Smith, and I am so ready for this one. We are diving into a story that's like a sci-fi fantasy mashup. And, it'll have you thinking, could a robot and a vampire actually, team up?
I'm Julia Jones, and I'm all about those unexpected pairings. So buckle up, folks, because this story is a wild ride with vampires artists and some seriously creepy supernatural forces all mixed up together.
So picture this. You've got Lydia. She's this young vampire, a little insecure, and she can bring her drawings to life. It's called blood ink.
Yeah, it's not just drawing, it's like her emotions bleed right onto the page and poof, things become real. She doodles a smiley face with fangs on her homework, and it bites her teacher. Talk about a typical day at school, right?
Yeah, but with a supernatural twist for sure. It's hilarious, but also kind of scary. But here's where it gets really interesting. Lydia meets Alex, and he's a comic book artist with mad skills. But his art, it's got this dark energy to it, almost like it's predicting something bad.
It's like cyberpunk meets the supernatural. His drawings aren't just monsters. They feel connected to something bigger, something way darker. And you won't believe this, but they discover their city is actually under attack by these shadowy forces, like straight out of one of Alex's sketchbooks.
So now you've got Lydia, the shy vampire artist, and Alex, the brooding comic book guy, teaming up to fight these creepy shadow things.
It's such a classic, unlikely duo, right? But that's what makes their partnership so compelling. They're both outsiders drawn together by the shared threat and their unique abilities.
I could totally see it.
But Lydia's first attempts at creating helpful creatures with her powers, oh, they're a disaster. Imagine a cartoon wolf all wobbly-legged trying to be a hero. It's slapstick comedy with a vampire twist.
I can totally picture that.
Yeah.
But what's cool is how their powers start to complement each other. Alex with his detailed monster drawings, almost like prophecies. And Lydia with her vibrant, life-infused sketches. They actually start working together to fight back against this growing darkness.
And that's where it gets deep. Lydia's power, it evolves. It's not just about drawing monsters anymore. It's about the emotions and the belief she pours into her art.
Whoa, okay, so it's not just about skill, it's about her heart and mind, too. That makes you think, doesn't it?
Right.
If she believes in something strongly enough, can her art actually make it real?
Exactly. It raises all these questions about the power of belief and creation. And just when you think things can't get more intense, this old school super powerful vampire shows up. He's like the OG vampire. And he sees Lydia as a threat. Even Alex's monster drawings aren't enough to stop this guy. This ancient vamp is on another level entirely.
So what happens next? Do Lydia and Alex stand a chance against this ancient power? We'll find out after the break.
Welcome back to Robots vs. Vampires, everyone. It's been a wild ride so far, hasn't it? We've got Lydia, our insecure vampire artist who can bring her drawings to life. And then there's Alex, the brooding comic book artist, whose dark drawings seem to be like foreshadowing the city's doom.
Yeah, and let's not forget about that old school vampire. He's basically like the ultimate gatekeeper. But, before we get back into the action, I want to go back to something you mentioned, Julia. This idea that Lydia's power is connected to her belief in emotions.
That's what I find so intriguing about this whole story, Adrian. It's not just the simple case of, oh, she can draw and things magically come to life. There's something deeper going on here. It's about the power of belief and how our emotions can actually fuel our abilities.
Yeah, think about it. When Lydia drew that smiley face with fangs on her homework, it was probably out of, frustration or boredom, right? Teenage angst fueling supernatural chaos classic.
Exactly. And as the story progresses, we see her power evolving. It becomes more focused, more intentional, and it seems to be directly tied to her growing belief in herself and in Alex.
Right, remember how her early creations were all, clumsy and cartoony? But as she starts to believe in the fight in their mission, her drawings become more powerful, more defined.
It's almost as if her art is a reflection of her inner state. When she's doubtful, her creations are all shaky and uncertain. But when she's confident, when she really believes in something, her art becomes a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, so we've got this really cool theme of belief fueling power. But we can't forget about the action. We left off with Alex transformed into this paper skin hero.
Hi.
Thanks to Lydia's drawing, he's ready to face off against the ancient vampire.
That scene, Adrian, it's pure visual spectacle. Just imagine it, a human made of paper imbued with supernatural energy. Going up against an ancient vampire, talk about a clash of styles.
It's like a comic book coming to life.
Sure.
With Lydia as the ultimate artist and Alex as her masterpiece.
And what's really interesting is that Alex, as this paper skin hero, he's not just a mindless fighting machine. He still has his personality, his wit, his sense of humor.
Oh yeah, there's this one scene where he says to the ancient vampire, You know paper cuts are the worst,
Yeah.
right? It's that perfect mix of action and humor that makes this story so enjoyable.
And the fight itself, it's not just a mindless brawl, it's a clash of ideologies. You've got the old ways represented by the ancient vampire versus this new way of thinking fueled by belief and artistic expression.
It's like a battle between tradition and innovation, with Lydia and Alex representing this potential for something new, something different.
Exactly. And what's even more fascinating is how their partnership evolves during the fight.
Oh, yeah. They're not just fighting side by side. They're anticipating each other's moves. They're supporting each other's weaknesses.
It's like they're dancing a perfectly choreographed battle waltz.
And you can tell their trust in each other is growing with every move.
They're starting to realize that their combined strength, their belief in each other, that's what makes them truly powerful.
And that's such a powerful message, right? Sometimes our greatest strength comes from the connections we make, the trust we build with other people.
It's like that old saying, 2 heads are better than 1. But in this case, it's a vampire artist and a human comic book hero, taking on this ancient evil.
And they're not just fighting for themselves, they're fighting for their city, for all those people who have no idea this supernatural battle is even happening around them.
It's that classic superhero trope of protecting the innocent, even if it means putting yourself in danger.
But in this case, it's not just physical danger. It's about challenging the status quo.
The way things have always been done.
The ancient vampire, he represents this rigid adherence to tradition, while Lydia and Alex are all about breaking the mold and finding new ways to fight back.
It's like a battle for the future, a clash between those who cling to the past and those who embrace the possibility of something new.
And all of this is happening against a backdrop of these amazing visuals and hilarious dialogue.
Oh, you can practically see it. The ancient vampire's cape swirling around him. The paper-skin hero's movements so fluid and unexpected. The flashes of energy as their powers collide.
The banter, don't even get me started on the banter.
It's witty, it's fast-paced, it strikes that perfect balance between action and humor.
It's like they're cracking jokes in the middle of a life-or-death battle, which just makes it all the more exciting and suspenseful.
Exactly, and that's what makes this story so captivating. It's got all the elements of a classic superhero tale, but with a fresh perspective, a unique twist.
We've got robots, artists, supernatural powers, and a whole lot of heart.
It's a reminder that even the most fantastical stories can be grounded in real emotions and relatable themes.
So listeners, are you ready for the final showdown? We're about to find out if Lydia and Alex can defeat the ancient vampire and save their city from darkness.
Stay tuned, folks. The conclusion to this epic tale is coming up next.
Welcome back to Robots vs. Vampires, everyone. So we left off with this epic showdown brewing. You've got Lydia and Alex up against this ancient, superpowered vampire. Talk about tension, right?
Oh, absolutely. The stakes couldn't be higher. And remember, Alex, he's literally made of paper thanks to Lydia's drawing. And as the fight goes on, he starts to fall apart. Like, literally, pieces of his paper skin are flaking off. He's losing strength. He's losing his resolve.
Oh, man. That's got to be heartbreaking to watch. He was so ready to fight, and now he's just fading away. What can Lydia even do at this point?
Well, she does something pretty incredible. She stops drawing, drops her pencil, and just focuses all her energy, all her belief on Alex.
Wait, she stops drawing. But that's like her whole thing, her power. How can she fight without her art?
That's the amazing part. She realizes that her power isn't just about the physical act of drawing, it's about the belief, the emotion she pours into it. And right now, she needs to believe in Alex more than ever.
So what happens? Does Alex just disintegrate into a pile of paper?
Not quite. It's Lydia's belief, her unwavering faith in him, that starts to mend his paper skin. The pieces fly back together, the glow returns. He's stronger than before.
Wow, it's like she's a human 3D printer rebuilding him with pure belief.
It's such a powerful image, isn't it? Like a testament to how our faith in others, our love and support, can actually help them heal and become stronger.
Okay, so Alex is back in action, all powered up by Lydia's belief. What about the ancient vampire? How does he react to this?
Oh, he is furious. He can't believe that these two, this young, upstart vampire and her paper-thin champion, are still defying him. He throws everything he's got at them.
It's the ultimate showdown then, right? Fangs versus pencils. Ancient power versus the power of belief. But what's the vampire's weakness? How can they possibly stand a chance against him?
You know what his weakness is? It's pride. This ancient vampire, he's so blinded by his own power, by his arrogance, that he completely underestimates Alex. and he underestimates the strength of their connection.
So Alex uses that against him. Pretty clever. But how does it all end? Do they actually destroy the vampire?
You know, they find a way to trap him, Adrian, to contain his power. It's not about killing him, it's about finding a balance, protecting the city without resorting to violence.
It's like they're breaking the cycle, forging a new path that's built on understanding and compassion.
Exactly. And in the end, they figure out a way for everyone to coexist. The vampires, the humans, the robots. It's not perfect, but it's a start. A step towards a future where different beings can share the world.
Wow, that's a powerful message. Finding ways to bridge our differences to build a future where everyone belongs.
It really is. It shows us that even when things seem impossible, hope and belief can win out. And it reminds us that our differences are unique talents. Those can actually be our greatest strengths when we work together.
So listeners, what did you think of this story? It's got vampires, artists, epic battles, and so much heart. What does it tell you about facing those seemingly impossible odds?
We want to hear your thoughts. Share your own stories of unexpected partnerships and the power of belief.
That's it for this episode of Robots versus Vampires, folks. Until next time, remember, even robots and vampires can find common ground. Maybe over a drawing table or something.
Don't forget to rate and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for more epic clashes and unexpected team-ups in the world of robots versus vampires.